is Lucy Harding. I am 19 years old and I graduated from Henry Clay High School May 2016. I took a life skills class at Oak Rehab and I started that June 2016.
I think the most important thing for an employment specialist to remember when finding a job for someone in the community is to really focus on that person's abilities and to make sure the employer sees them as a capable person who is an asset to that business, not someone that's a liability or something like that. Focus on those skills and really make sure that they are excited about that person and what they can do and what they can provide for that business. We focused on Lucy's strength and we focused on her experience already, like the volunteer experience, and just her, overall motivation to work with children and to, continue growing that skill. During job development, I called the director of Growing Together Preschool to see if they had any positions available within the organization. During that time, we set up a time for the director to meet Lucy and to really, discuss her skills and abilities. And after that, Lucy had a great interview and she was offered the job.
It's really one of the first places in my life that I can, I can come here and I can just be myself, and it's like I can come here and nobody criticizes me for anything, and if I need to do things at a different or slower pace, they're okay with that, and they don't, it doesn't matter to them as long as I, get done whatever they need me to. And that just means a lot to me. My main teacher, if she has a lesson plan, she comes over and she just automatically knows, well, maybe I should take this into consideration, and maybe Lucy might need me to break it down a little bit more, and that's what she does. And I really appreciate that, because otherwise I just can't learn the material. I can't learn fast. So they've just all been really great, and that's why I like it here.
I think with Lucy in particular, she's very articulate about how she feels to be here, and so she's always reminding us about how accepting we are, and how for one of the first times in her life she's felt included and accepted, and that makes me really proud of all of the people that work here. They have gone above and beyond and done everything they can to help her be successful in her job.
Anything they need me to do, I'm happy to do it. I really like interacting with the kids, but if they need me to do something like that, I'm happy to do it too. So I chose to be in 1-year-olds because I would rather be with 1-year-olds as opposed to being with 4 and 5-year-olds. I get along well with 4 and 5-year-olds, but when I'm interacting with children and taking care of them, I like to be helping them at the same time, because I like helping others a lot in general. And so once they get to the age that's 4 or 5 years old, they start to say, hey, I've learned how to do this all on my own now. Let me do it myself. And the 1-year-olds, they still need you to do things hands-on. They still need help with getting dressed and stuff. And so I just feel good whenever I'm helping someone in general, or it doesn't necessarily have to be a child. It could be, it could be anybody who just needs assistance. But I really like helping children the most.
As a classroom assistant, Lucy is able to highlight her strengths as she confidently cares for children at Growing Together Preschool. She feels comfortable with the staff and has a natural support network of co-workers who count on each other. Growing Together Preschool is a licensed child care center that has been providing services to children in the Central Kentucky area in an inclusive environment since its inception in 1982. A leader in their field, their commitment to inclusion and diversity carries into adulthood as they hire qualified individuals with disabilities into their workforce.